Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Barbara Bach, and I'm joined today by Heather Reeves from the Metrotex Association of Realtors MLS Support Department. Say hello, Heather.
Good afternoon, everyone.
We thank you for joining us today for time-saving tips and tricks in your MLS. Now, during the webinar, as you think of questions, please type them in the question pane that's located at the right side of your screen. If you can't see the question pane, you may have to click the orange arrow button to maximize it. We're going to do our very best to answer as many questions as possible and as time allows by the end of the presentation. So get ready, get a nice cold beverage, get comfortable, and let's get started. Heather, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You know, a great place to start is the home page. And as you can see, I'm on the home page, and I'm going to show you some really cool tidbits of information and some time-saving tricks that will help you as you go along in your busy day trying to help your buyers and your sellers. So the first thing I want you to notice is on your home screen you have what's called widgets, or you might want to call them boxes. And you can customize this. You can move these widgets around. For example, I want the market watch at the top of my screen, so I place my mouse on the header for market watch, get 4 arrows, click, hold, and drag my mouse, and I can move it where I'd like it to go. So that's pretty good. So you can kind of arrange it to your best viewing pleasure. I think I'll move my listings up there. Now also on your home screen, just above all the widgets and just below the blue tabs, you have what's called the speed bar. Now, I think most of you know that you can put an MLS number in there, but Heather, did you know that you can search by an address in your speed bar?
Really?
Yes, you sure
could
can.
Do that.
So here we go. I simply type in the word address, and then I type in address, 123, and I'll do Maine. I'll press my enter key. Oh, I spelled address wrong. Oh my goodness. There we go. Press enter, and you will notice I pulled up 11 properties. I do want to point out to you that I have 3 of them that are in incoming status. I can see those because I am on the staff here at Metrotex. You would not see any incoming properties. But please notice the property subtype. Not only do I have commercial lease and commercial for sale, I have some single family, I have commercial lease here, and this is single family or commercial down here that's sold. So whenever you're looking for an address, you can type it on your speed bar. In just a little bit, I'm going to show you how you can do an address search in a quick search screen, but you can actually do a block range as well. So I'll save that for a little bit later. Now, something else on the speed bar that you can do, if you're looking for an agent. So you type in the word agent, and then you put in their name. For example, maybe I'm looking for Jeff. So I'm going to type in Jeff. I can't remember his last name. So I type in Agent Jeff, press my enter key. Uh-oh. Heather, what did I forget?
Is that where you're going to use that asterisk?
You betcha. There is an asterisk that's a wild card. It's going to look for anything after Jeff or before Jeff. I'm going to put an asterisk after the name Jeff, press my enter key, and lo and behold, not only do I have Stephanie Jeffers, but I have, let's see, Linda Jeffrey. So you'll notice that it looks for anything that has Jeff, and that's a pretty neat trick. Now there's another way to search by person's name. I'm going to type in an entire name. I want Michael Ward. So I'm going to type in his name, and I'm going to press enter. And there are 2 Michael Wards. At this point, if I wanted to see some more information, I could click on his ID and his name will appear. And you can also upload your photo here on this screen. When you call the MLS department, we'll walk you through it when you're sitting in front of your computer, and we'll tell you how you can load your photo on this particular screen. So that's pretty good. Let's go back up here, and I'm going to do agent, and I'm going to type in just the word John, and let's see what happens. We have Jacob John, but you know, I think there's more than that. And again, Heather, I'm going to use that asterisk, press my enter key, And look at what happened here.
Oh, very cool.
So the asterisk is a really important searching symbol, not only on your speed bar, but when you're doing an MLS search as well. Now, as you all know, or most of you should know, how you can do by an MLS number search. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that just in case you might have forgotten. There's no need to put an MLS in front of it. You just type in the MLS number and then press your enter key. And if you have more than one, you put a comma, no spaces, and you type in the next number, and then you press your enter key. And let's see what I get. I get a condo, and I get a commercial property. This is the best place to search by an MLS number because, Heather, if I gave you an MLS number, I didn't tell you if it's commercial or lease or a piece of ground. This is the way you could find out exactly what type of property it is by typing in the speed bar.
Oh,
So
that's exciting.
Yeah, that's good. Now, did you know, Heather, and out there listening to us today, I bet you didn't know that you could do a search and save your search to a speed bar. Did you know that?
No.
All right.
Can you show us how we do
I'm
that?
going to show you today how to do that. So I'm going to do a very quick little search. And if you'll notice, I only have active selected. I'm going to show you how to change that in just a little bit. But I want to do a very quick search. Let's say I have someone that's interested in some very expensive homes. So I'll do $975 to, well, let's do it to $875. Let's get a few, $875 to $975. And I'm just going to put in the city. I'll put in an area. I think I'll put in an area instead. And I've got 16 results. Now I'm going to save this as a speed bar search. So I simply go down to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and I click Save. Now you'll notice not only do I have a new save search and of course the auto email, but now I have new speed bar shortcut. I'm going to click on that. First thing you probably notice is that the speed bar shortcut has a / in the bar at the very top where it's highlighted because it's required. So I'm going to call this Big Homes, and here's a tidbit. You can't have any spaces or any characters like a / or and symbol. So I'm just going to type in Big Homes. That's all I'm going to do. And as I scroll down, you can see I have existing shortcuts right here. And I'll show you how to pull it up in just a second. So I've given my search, my new speed bar shortcut, a name. And I'm going to go down here and click Save. One of the neat things about Matrix is your commands are always at the bottom left, and you'll find some at the top right. It's never over here on the left. Very seldom it's there. So it's very easy to find what you need to do, the command that you need to do. I'm going to go back to my home page as a fresh start, and I'm going to show you how you can search for your speed bar, your searches on your speed bar. I'm going to type in a / and I'm going to type in Bentley, B-E-N-T-L-E-Y, and I'm going to press enter, and lo and behold, there's the search that I saved, and I named it Bentley on my speed bar.
Wow,
How about
that would
that?
save a lot of time.
Absolutely. Now, to see all my speed bar saved searches, I can go to my matrix, go down here to settings, and you'll see it says speed bar shortcuts. I simply click on that, and there they are. If I wanted to get rid of a speed bar shortcut, I would simply click in the little box on the left-hand side by the name and click delete and click OK.
So can they be edited?
Yes, you can edit your speed bar shortcut by clicking on the name of the speed bar shortcut, the name of it, and then you can make your changes. I'll change this one here. I'll do 4+, and I'll save it, and then I'll save it one more time, and you'll notice I can give it an optional description if I wanted to, and I'm going to click Save, and now I have saved it.
Oh, very cool.
So again, just to review, on your speed bar, right up here, you can search by an agent's name by typing an agent and the name of an agent, or the first name of an agent followed by an asterisk. You may also do an MLS number search, and remember, if you have more than one MLS number, it's number, comma, number, comma, number. And then, of course, the best one is by an address. You type in the word address, and then you type in like 123 Main, press the enter key, and you'll get everything on 123 Main that's in the system. So what do you think about that?
That's very cool.
All right.
If
Now,
I forget about it, is there a tip that shows me how to do those options?
is there a tip to show you how to do those options? Well, you sure can. You will notice on the speed bar, there's a question mark. So I'm going to click on the question mark, and there's some information right there. And I'm glad Heather mentioned that, because if you're doing something in the search and you see a question mark any place, just click on it and it will give you some help. But of course, if you need some help another way, you can give us a call too in the MLS department, and we'll be glad to help you. Now let's talk about another way to do an address search. This is probably one that I prefer. Look on your home screen and you'll notice a search box. I put in a house number, I can put in a street name, and I have the opportunity to put in a city or a unit number. In this example, I'm going to type in 1717, that's house number, and the street name is Arts Plaza. Arts Plaza. Here we go. And I'm going to click search. Very simple. Wow. I have 91 properties. And you'll notice in the top left-hand corner, it says I'm looking at one of 25 of 91. If I move all the way over here to the right side of the screen at the top, I see a number 25. I am going to change that by clicking the down arrow and select 100. In this case, I now see all 91 on my screen. I don't have to go to another page. Well, I made a mistake. I didn't want everything in the Arts Plaza condominium complex. I wanted a particular unit. So I'm going to go ahead and click my back button on my browser bar, and it takes me, I've got to go one more time. It takes me back here, and I'm going to put in the unit number, which is 1810. Now I'm going to do search. I have one that's sold and the 4 that have canceled. So when you do an address search on the home page, whether you just put in an address or if you put in an address and a unit number, you will get everything that's active or sold or canceled on that particular address. So that's a very quick way to find out what's going on. Now there's something else you can do if you want to. I'm going to go back to the screen where I can put in a street name. Let's say that I'm just not real sure how to spell plaza. Does it have an A and a Z or a Z and an A? I'm just not real sure. So I can do arts, a space, PL, and an asterisk. I can carry that even a little bit further, do arts space P, and I can see what I get. And now look what I have. I didn't put in a unit number, and it's PLAZA. So if you're tired and you want to type or you're not quite sure of the spelling, that's an easy way to find all the properties. So what do you think about that, Heather? That's pretty cool.
I find that really cool. Makes it much easier to find a property.
Indeed it does. And again, this is the best way. If someone says take a look at 1717 Arts Plaza, you don't want to go to the search screen because you're not sure if it's active or sold. All right. Now remember, if you have any questions, please type them into the question pane on the right side of your screen so we can help you with any questions you might have. Continuing on the home page, you have Market Watch and you have Hot Sheets. If you are interested in what's going on in the market, this is a feature for you. I guess you want to call it a feature. As you can see, here's my Market Watch, and the time frame is today, and it's residential. So since 12:01 a.m. this morning, there have been 188 brand new listings on the market. And that's a good thing because we need more listings on the market. I'm going to click on the words new listing, and it will immediately bring up those 188 properties. That's good.
Wow.
Now, those are new since this morning. In the top left-hand corner of the screen, it says Market Watch, New Listing. I'm going to click the down arrow, And I might want to see those that have had a price decrease. So I'm going to click on price decrease, or increase, I'm sorry. Oh, look at the right-hand side of the screen. Look at this. This shows me all of the properties that have had a price increase, and it tells me the percentage. Now, I'm not real good in math, Heather, so I'm not quite sure what all this percentage means. However, if I hover over the price, the percentage, and give it a moment, it tells me this house was $188,990, and now it's $192,990. That's a nice feature.
Interesting.
So let's go to the decreases. That's a little more important. So I'm going to click on the price decrease. I get the same thing, but a red arrow pointing down. So very quickly, I can see that this property at 1509 Post Oak Place in Westlake, Jessica Court, has been decreased 4.55%, which it previously was. I'm waiting for it to respond. Sometimes it takes a moment. It was at 264, now it's 252. Also, you'll see here the T greater than A. This is back on the market. The A means it's back on the market, it's active. So if I go back to the home screen, you'll notice everything else, all the other statuses. All right, let's say I want to change property type. I just go over here on the bottom left, and I'm looking at residential leases. So this is what's happened today. If I change the Today button, I can go back for the last 24 hours. I can actually go back 7 days if I needed to. But one of the nice features about this Market Watch is you can customize it. So right here under the Today, I'm going to select Customize. Over here on the left-hand side, I can certainly put in a subdivision if I want to keep tabs on a subdivision. But you know what? I want single family, and I'm just looking at a particular zip code, 75252. I'm going to save this. That's what's happening today since 12:01 a.m. in 75252. Notice I could not save the Market Watch, but I think I'll change the time frame and I'll do the last 24 hours. Yeah, we got a price decrease. If I want to go back to 3-day, I got a little bit more information. And of course, I can go back 7 days. So the Market Watch is a real handy way for you to keep up with what's going on in a specific area. Now, if I put in 2 zip codes, Heather, I can't name it, so I won't know how many properties are new in a specific zip code. So if you're interested in naming a Market Watch or a hot sheet, that's what you need to do, is the hot sheet. Now I'm going to change my Market Watch back to the original, which is reset. So again, this is everything in the MLS system. But I want to narrow it down and I want to name it. So I can't name the Market Watch, so we're going to do a hot sheet. So what I'm going to do is click Customize. When the screen comes up, you will notice residential is highlighted. I can certainly change it to whatever property type I want. I'm going to leave it at residential this afternoon. I'm going to click on Add. I'm going to give this hot sheet a name. I'm going to call it 75252. And I'm going to click Save. You will notice the new name, 75252, so I've named it. Now I have to edit the criteria because I haven't given it any criteria. So I'm going to go here and click Edit Criteria. Now on the left side of the screen, what information am I looking for? I want brand new listings. Now I'm going to hold my Control key down. I want anything that's had a price decrease and anything that's back on the market. And let me do active as well. So those are the 4 that I want. But now I need to put in the zip code because that's what I named it, 75252, and I want single family. So this is going to be my hot sheet. New listings, back in the market, price decrease, active, 75252, single family. I click Save. I click Done. And here is my new formed hot sheet right here. So I want to see what's going on, not today, but in the last 24 hours. And I'm going to click on 75252, and there they are. There's one that's had a price decrease, and there's 3 brand new listings. If I go back to that hot sheet and I change it to 3-day and click on the name, this is what's happened in 3 days. I can go back as far as 30 days if I select custom. Now when I select custom, I click on 75252. This screen is going to appear. I can select a date, and you'll notice it'll only let me go back to the 12th of June. I can either do that, or let me get rid of that, or I can go here. I can select a time frame from today. So if I've done this search this morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., I might want to do my search from 11:01 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. So I can actually put in a time frame if I want to run my hot sheet that way. So you have a lot of nice options on the hot sheet. Okay, I hope everyone's got that clear. Do we have any questions?
We did have a question.
Okay.
Somebody just wanted to know, can you list a home in sale and lease?
Well, that's an excellent question. Yes, you can list a home for sale and for lease. You can do the, you add your listing that's for sale, and then you can add your lease property, and the system will acknowledge that. It won't cause any errors or anything. Whenever you're doing that, adding a listing, and you need some help with it, just give us a buzz and we can walk you through if there's any questions how to add it. But yes, you certainly can. Thank you for that question. That's
Absolutely.
a good question. All right, now let's talk about a regular search. Let's go to our search screen. We've talked about the home screen. There's a lot of other cool things there too, but let's go on. I'm going to hover over search, and I want to do a residential quick. If you will first look at the left side of my screen, you will notice I only have active selected. Most of you have this selected. You have all the active statuses selected, and then when you do a search, I go, I don't want this one, and you unselect the ones you don't want, and that's a little time consuming. So I'm going to show you how to set up your screen like this as the default. I also have single family selected. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm just going to set this as my default screen. Every time I pull up a residential quick search screen, I want it to come like this. In the top right hand corner of my screen, under the results tab, you will notice a gear. When I click on the gear, it asks me if I want to set the currently selected search criteria as my starting default. I will click on those words. From now on, every time I go to residential quick, my screen's going to look just like this.
Barbara,
Yes.
does that also include your 0 to 90 or your 0 to 180?
It sure does. Watch this. There's my sold 0 to 90. But you know what? I like to search 0 to 180. And for the pendings, okay, I'm just going to put in a different number. I'm going to do 100. I'm going to go up here to the gear. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on that verbiage right there to set this as my default. And to show you that it works, I'm going to pull up my quick search screen again. Let me close that and show you. Now I'll go to my residential quick search screen, and there it is. There's my default.
Oh, isn't that nifty?
That is nifty. Now I don't want to search solds or pending, so 2 quick clicks of my mouse and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to do a search here, and you know what? I think I'm going to search for active and solds. I want single family, and I want Dallas. And just a typical search, I want 4 or more, 3 or more bathrooms. And let's see, I better put in a price range. I'll put $375 to, I don't know, $475. And I have, whoa, I have 250 matches. My goodness, I am going to change my sold date to, let's knock it down to 30, because that's a little bit better. So I've got results on my screen. All right, you know what? I made a mistake. I want those that have a pool. So I'm going to go up here and click criteria, and please notice that I have added many fields at the bottom of my screen. How do you do that? I'm going to go up here to additional fields, and I'm going to click add and remove. These are all the fields that I have, and I do want you to notice that I've put listing agent, selling agent, listing office, selling office. That way I can search for all my properties or all the office properties. I can certainly do that. I've added pool. Let's say I want to get rid of something. I can click on it and remove it. I go over here and select whatever I want and then click add, and it will add it to the screen. So that's how you can add or remove additional fields at the bottom of your screen. You cannot remove any of these fields or add any more to the screen, but down here you can. So I want to add a pool, and let's see what I get now. I only get 33. So there are my results. Now let's talk about this. I'm going to show you now how you can change this one-liner. You know, many of you don't like the standard one-liner, so I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty cool. First of all, I want to sort by price. So over here on the right-hand corner is my price. Where it says current price, I'm going to left-click my mouse, and I'm going to do it again. And when I do it one way, it's from the highest price to the lowest price, or if I do it again, it's from the highest to the lowest. It just depends on which way I've clicked. So that's nice. But you know, the price is always over there on the right, and I want it over on the left-hand side, so it's easier for me to see right by the address. So I'm going to hover over current price and get 4 arrows. I'm going to click, hold, and drag that and move it right there. Uh-oh, where'd it go? I'm going to try that again. Let's see. There we go. I didn't grab it just perfect. There you have it. So now I have the current price and the address and the subdivision. You know, maybe I don't want acres. Now some of you like acres, so keep it. But in this case, I'm going to get rid of acres. I hover over the acres column, get 4 arrows, click, and I click remove column. So that's one thing you can do on this one-liner. But now how do I add something? So let's talk about, we could add city, close date since I have some solds, and how about dollar per square foot? That's pretty informative.
That's really nice.
So let's see. I'm going to hover my mouse right here, and when I get those 4 arrows, I click, and I insert column. Now yes, I can take time and scroll all the way down, but I like the shortcuts. So in the search box, I'm just going to type in CLOS, and I'm going to select close date. Now you'll notice I have ratio close price by list price or close price by original list price. If I want close price by list price, I'm going to hold my control key down and I'm going to select that as well. I'm going to click apply, and there they are. I'll show you how to fix that because that's a lot of wasted space. You know, I'd also like city. Again, I hover, insert, I'm going to type in city, select it, click apply, and there it is. Now, I don't know about you, Heather, but this is a long title. It wastes a lot of space.
Can you edit that?
I sure can. Guess what? I got to get those 4 arrows again. Click. Now there, it's right here. You'll notice it's right there. I am going to get rid of the word ratio. I'm just clicking my delete key or tabbing on my delete key, and I'm just going to put in a $sign. I'll hit my shift key. There's my $sign, and I'll do a / and I know it's $1 per list price. I'm going to click apply, and it comes up looking like this, and I go, uh-oh, I need to fix that a little bit better. Again, I hover, get 4 arrows. I'm going to left justify it, auto fit. Notice when I clicked auto fit, it changed the number.
Hmm.
Click apply. Isn't that nice?
That is
I tightened
nice.
up the column. It's easier to read. Square foot total. I can grab the edge of the column and make it a little smaller like that, or I can just get rid of the word total. I know it's the square foot, so I want to get rid of total. So right up here, I'll just get rid of total, and I will save it. All right, I'm going to apply that. So if you have any questions on that, please let me know. I do want to show you that how to save this. Up here in the top right hand corner, first of all, I'm going to change the results to 100. And pick your sort order. I'm going to have mine sort by price from the highest to the lowest. So I've designed my one-liner. I'm good to go. I go right up here to this pencil, and I can name this search if I want to, or I can click the gear, set the current display, the sort order, and the count per page as my search starting default.
Wow, that saves a lot of time
Boy,
adding those columns.
Doesn't it? So there it is. From now on, it's going to come up just like that. And I really, really like that. We get a lot of calls in the MLS department. How to email the CMA. Well, the quick CMA, I should say. So let me select all of the properties, and I'm going to click on Quick CMA. Here's what many of you do. You pull it up this way. You go over and find where you can save it. You save it to your computer. You give it a name. You save it to your computer. Then you close this window. Then you open up your email. You put in who you're sending it to. Then you go to your file and you find where you saved it, and then you attach the document. Heather, I'm tired just explaining that.
That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. So I'm going to show you, if you want to email this quick CMA that I have on my screen, this is how you do it. You simply, are you ready for this? You select print at the bottom left of your screen.
Well, isn't that silly?
Right here in the bottom left it says CMA one line. That is the quick CMA.
Very cool.
But you know what? There's more. You know, that one-liner's got good information, but I need just a little bit more for my recipient of the CMA. I'm going to hold my control key down, and I'm going to click 3-up comparison, and wait. I can do the multi-map. As you can see, you can select more than one email option or print option. At this point, I would simply click Email PDF, and I put in who it's going to. Isn't that nifty?
Man, that saves a lot of time and less headache.
Yes, very much so. So that's how you can email the quick CMA. You simply click Print. All right. Let's talk about the map. No more questions? Okay, we're doing good. Let's talk about the map. I'm going to start from my home page because that's always a nice place to start. I'm going to go to Search, and I'm going to do my residential quick, and guess what? There are my defaults. You know, if I've changed my mind, Heather, I can undo that and just go up here and click the icon again, the gear, and set it again. And from then on, it won't automatically come up to the sold and pending.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So let's do family search, single family search, and they want 3 to 4 bedrooms, and they want 2 to 3 baths. And I'm going to select map. Now I'm going to get a lot, but there's a reason why I want to do this. I'm going to click map because they don't know where they want to live. Oh wait, they have told me a county. So I'm going to do Dallas, comma, Collin, comma, and Denton. They have told me they like those 3 counties, so I'm going to put those in. Now I'm going to click map. I know I didn't put in a price range. Uh-oh. Huh. I put in 3 counties, but the map didn't come up to where I wanted it to be. Here is how you set your map as the default. You drag your map to where you want it be your default. I'm going to come over here to Dallas. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because this is the view that I want all the time when I do the map. Guess what? Top right hand corner under the results tab is that gear. I'm going to click on the gear, set this map view as my starting default.
So now every time I come to the map, it'll show Dallas?
And I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to start a brand new search. And again, I'm going to do Dallas. And I'll do Collin this time. Dallas and Collin. I'll just do those two counties. And I want 3 to 4 bedrooms. And I want at least 2 or more baths. And I will put in a price range. I'll put $200 to $450. Why not? Now I'm going to click map and watch. It's automatically going to come up to where I had the map set as my default.
Wow, that's nifty. I love that feature.
I do too. Now, there's a problem. I didn't find any properties. That's not good. So when that happens, we don't have to get excited too much. I'll go to criteria. Oh, I made a mistake.
Oh, that
I
price,
forgot.
what's that price
See,
supposed to be?
the computer's smarter than we are. I put a dash in there. Now I'm going to go to map and let's see. I have to zoom in, and there they are. The closer you zoom in, the better it is because you're going to see the little green houses. Well, now my buyer likes this area over here by White Rock Lake. So I'm going to draw an area on the map. Up here on the right top portion of the map, you will see you have several icons. A circle, a rectangle, and a polygon. So I'm going to start with a rectangle. I'm going to click, hold, and drag my mouse. They like this area right there, near Northwest Highway, Walnut Hill. I'm going to select the red button, and I'm going to include this shape. Now they also liked over in this neck of the woods. This time I'm going to draw another square. I'll do this one over here. And again, include this shape.
So you can have more than one shape at a time.
Absolutely. You can have 6 or 7 shapes if you like. You can have a circle. I can go up here and I can draw a circle. Click, hold, and drag. There's a circle.
Very nice. That's nice to get. Good information to know.
Yep. Now I'm going to go back down here to this square. And let's say that I didn't quite draw it large enough. I can grab the edge of the box or the square and move it. Now, as I'm looking at this search for my buyer, I realize that they did not want to live close to the freeway. Here's Central over here. I'm going to show you how to do a negative search in a positive search. So I've got a positive map search here, and I'm going to go to the polygon. I love the polygon because you can really draw where you want it to be. So I'm going to click and let go and move my mouse right up 75. I'm going to come on down here and I'm going to click. There's Greenville. I'm going to go over here, go across 45 and then 75. I'm going to click the red dot. I'm going to exclude this shape. Now I think this is worth the price of admission today, don't you?
Absolutely.
That happens a great deal because someone is going to tell you, well, I want to live in this neighborhood, but I don't want that street that's busy. Here's Walnut Hill. That's a good example. Walnut Hill is pretty busy. So I can draw here. I can click on the red circle, exclude this shape, and it's gone. In the top left-hand corner, it tells me how many I have selected. Again, I can grab the edge of the map and change it. And now I'm down to 78, and I realize I don't want this section anymore. So I can go to the red dot and delete the shape. Go to the red dot, delete the shape, and now I am just, oh, there's the circle. I can get rid of that too. And now I can go to results, and I have all 20 of them. So you like that? That's good.
I love that.
We get a lot of calls from people, how do I know what area the house is in, or what school district, or what zip code? So I'm back on the map. Let's get over here to where our properties are. I'm back on the map, and I want to locate something. So I'm going to go this little icon in the top right, just above the criteria tab, and click on it. It's called layers. First of all, it tells me I need to zoom in. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And then I want, let me do the zip codes. There they are. It gives you the boundaries of the zip codes. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go to the school districts. I'm going to get rid of the zip codes. And there are your school districts. Let me get to a place where you can see a little bit better. I'm going to zoom out somewhat so you can see the boundaries of the school district. So here's Garland. There's Rockwall. There's Addison. I go up here. I've got areas and sub-areas. Area 24. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. For those of you that have been around a while, you understand areas and sub-areas. Notice I have to zoom in closer. It won't let me select a sub-area until I get in closer. So here is 18.4, 18.2. And look way over here. There's area 11 and the sub-areas. So that's a nice feature. If I don't want those on the map anymore, I just click on the map. The map icon, excuse me, the little layers tab. And I unselect them, and there they are. They go away. So what do you think about that, Heather? You like that?
I love that feature.
All right. How we doing with the questions? Do we have any questions?
Not right now.
Okay.
Looks like they're pretty attentive. Listen to you.
Oh, good. Well, I like that. I'm going to go to my results. And, pardon me, there's my results screen. Remember, the $ means it has a price change, the N means it's new, and B means it's back on the market.
Now, how long do those status flags stay there?
5 days.
5 days.
Just five little short days.
Okay.
Now let me go back to the map, and I'm going to show you what else you can do on the map. You have drive time. Look right up here. There's the drive time. Now you have to understand it might not be exact, but it's going to give you a rough idea. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to load. I have to enter an address, so I'll put in our address here, 8201 North Stemmons Freeway, Dallas, and I'm going to click Add. Now I'm going to click Drive to here, and well, there we go. Let me start with a fresh search, because that certainly didn't want to work well, did it?
No, it didn't.
All right. Well, let's do it again. You know that happens. That's the beauty of computers. Sometimes it just...
If it doesn't work the first time, restart.
It restarted, that's for sure. So I'm going to go to active single family. And, before I do that, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Let's do this right here first, and then we'll get to the map. I want to find properties that are active and sold and pending within a half a mile of a given address. So let's put in a given address. Let's put in, this could be your subject property. It's not in MLS. Someone wants to list their house, and you want to find what's active and sold around it. You want a nice big picture. So there it is. I'm going to click someplace else. My map area has been selected. I'm going to click the map, and look at that. That red dot indicates 3212 Grantwood. The red ones represent solds. The greens are active. Now that's very, very informative.
Wow. Now what if I forget what those colors mean on those houses?
If you hover over a color and click on it, it will give you some information. But think of it this way. Red means stop, and green means go. It's active. So that's one way. And then you can certainly go back to the results page, and it will tell you sold, active, pending.
Wonderful. Nice little helpful hint.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the map. Now we're going to do the drive time. Here it is right up here. I'm going to click on it. And let's put in an address again, 8201 North Stemmons. That's where the main office is here of Metrotex. And I'm going to click Add and drive to here. All right. Well, you know what? I just love it when a plan comes together. Wonder why it's not working. Okay.
Maybe it's the TX. I only see a T next to Dallas.
Uh-oh. Did I make a typo? Thank you. Let's do that and see if that'll work. Well, let's arrive at a different time and drive to here. Well, isn't that working well? I'm going to try it one more time, folks. I'm committed now. I'm going to do this, and let's see what happens. Let me go back to the map. If you'll, let me clear the map here.
See, never fear. You may have problems, but as you can see, we have them too.
Certainly. So now I'm going to click the clock. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the drop down and see if I have any addresses there. I do. Let me do this one. Drive to here, add. There we go. There we go. I knew it would work, Heather. I just had to.
We had to be patient.
That's right. So this is Grantwood. So this shows me where the houses are, of course, and this shows me the time frame that I gave. I had to be there like at 7:30, and it'll take me 15 minutes. Well, you have to remember, this is just approximate. It's not talking about the freeway, how crowded, the wrecks, the weather, and so forth. So that's something you might want to consider using. Take a look at it. It's a nice feature, but understand that it's not just perfect. And I certainly can grab the edge of this map and I can move it in closer if I needed to do that. All right. So let me do a quick little review because we're almost out of time. So if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask. So we've done the search. I've shown you how you can do a quick search here and save your home screen to whatever status you want. I've shown you how you can add additional fields, or you can take them away if you wanted to. I can take them away. I'll get rid of private remarks and remove that. I know, let's talk about property description. Or we're looking for something like needs TLC. You type, I type in an asterisk and I'll type in needs TLC and another asterisk.
Do you have to use the asterisk?
Yes, you certainly do, Heather, because that's a wild card. It looks for anything in front and anything in back.
Okay.
So I'm going to do needs TLC. I'm going to do results. This shows me that these agents have placed that verbiage in their property description, and I'm going to show you. Here's one right here. House needs TLC. What other words could we put in property description, Heather, besides needs TLC? How about handyman? Because, there's 12. Maybe they're saying needs a handyman. Handyman's dream. Great for handyman. So you can look for a particular word in property description. You can also search by private remarks if you wanted to. And one of the nicest private remark words would be bonus to the selling agent. So I'm going to put in private remarks back on my searching screen. Whoops, private remarks, I'm going to add it. And now I'm going to show you how I can go down here, get rid of handyman under property description, and put an asterisk and the word bonus. Notice you don't have to capitalize the word. Wow, there's 643 matches, but you have to be careful. It could say bonus room in private remarks.
Instead of bonus money.
Instead of bonus money. That's correct. So you can search by private remarks, you can search by property description. All right, so we've talked about that. We've talked about the map, some little tidbits. Remember your speed bar. If I do a / Bentley, there we go, and I can do that search. Uh-oh, I must have spelled Bentley wrong. I sure did. How about this one? Bentley. That'll work. And there it is. So that's your speed bar. When you want to save a search, you just bring up a search over here. Look at my recent searches. This is what I've done. I'll bring up this, well, that one didn't bring up any results. So I'll go here and select this one. If I wanted to save this search, just as a normal save search, I'll go down to the bottom of the screen and click Save, and click New Save Search, and give it a name. So I'll just call it Test. If I wanted to add it to a contact, I could, and I can enable it as a favorite on the Home tab. I'm going to save it, and you're wondering, what's a favorite on the Home tab, you say? Here it is right here, my favorite searches. I got to find it here.
Looks
I might
like
have.
it may be in your
There it is
right-hand
right
corner.
here. I had to move it up higher so I could see it. So here are my favorite searches. There's the one I just added. Here's one I saved for Brenda Lee. I want to see how many properties. I click on her name, and there they are. You can have 10 saved searches on your home page. This is really quick because if you have 10 favorite searches that you do a lot, like a subdivision, a zip code, houses that have an in-ground gunnet pool, or if you're just searching for someone and you're not sending them an auto email, you can save your favorite search, and I can go right here, condos in Rockwall and Rowlett, bingo, there it is, whatever price range I put in. So this is a quick time-saving tidbit, as it were, that will save you a great deal of time, so you don't have to actually put in your search criteria. You can have 10 favorite searches. However, if you need to see all your saved searches, you go to Save Searches under My Matrix, and there's all of your saved searches. And you can click on the name of your search and click Results, and there are my results.
Very cool.
That's very cool.
Now, Barb, if you'll go back to your Home tab,
Yes?
in that favorite search box,
Uh-huh.
what does that Update All button do?
I'm glad you asked, because watch what happens when I click Update All. Because I did this search, these 3 searches just now, there's nothing new.
Okay.
But I didn't do the 75252, and there's 91 new properties. I have 2 choices. I just want to see the new listing, so I'm going to click on the 91, or if I want to see everything in the search, I click on the name of the search. So I'm going to click on 91 new, and there they are.
Well, isn't that fantastic?
Now, I know, and you're asking me, Barbara, how new are these? And you want to know that, don't you?
I do.
Okay. Well, look up here where it says Agent Single Line. I'm going to go to Hot Sheet. Watch this. This is super cool. Here you go. Anytime you have a one-line format on your screen, you can change your display. One of my favorites is Hot Sheet. There it is. Price reduction and how many days it's been on the market.
Well, that's wonderful. It shows you everything.
That's right. Now I can go up here and change it to Agent Full, and I've got the Agent Full. I can go back to a 2-liner. So that saves you some time. So whatever search you're doing, I'll just pick another search. There's my 1-liner. I'm going to go up here to Display and change it to Hot Sheet, and there you have it.
Now, I see you keep going back to recent searches. How many will it hold in that recent search box?
You only get 10.
Okay.
You only get 10. Those are your favorite searches. You only get 10.
Okay. I was actually talking about that recent search box.
Oh,
at
the
very
recent
top.
searches. I apologize. It holds 15. It gets rid of the oldest ones first, the ones that you've
Okay.
done.
Okay.
So you'll notice today, look at all these searches I've done today. It keeps 10.
You've been a busy woman.
I have been a busy woman, and here's one I did on Monday at 4:22 p.m. I'm going to click on it, and there it is.
Wow.
That's a time-saving tip as well, because you did a search, you had to leave, come back to the office, and you go, what was I doing? Go up here and find that search, and just click on it, and it'll pull it right back up.
Well, that does save a lot of time.
I like that as well. All right, let's see, what else can we talk about that's time-saving? I think we've pretty much covered them all. All right. If you don't have any further questions, I want to thank you for joining us today. This presentation is going to be available on the Metrotex YouTube channel in just a few days, so you can review all of this. And I want to let you know that next month you want to join W.J. Miles on August 15th as he presents an introduction to RPR. This is a really good program. It's by NAR. It doesn't cost you anything. It's part of being a member. It has many wonderful, cool features, and one of the best is the comprehensive CMA report, and they just added a zip form link to the RPR. So if you're in RPR, you can click zip forms, and if you're in zip forms, you can click RPR. And to learn all about that, come join the webinar or come to our zip form class or our RPR class. Again, Heather and I thank you for joining us today. And if you ever have any questions, just call the MLS department and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you and have a great week.